French is the native language at Highbury today. 2 managers, 2 substitutes, 9 starters. Amongst them, Sylvain Wiltord, who's recalled to the Arsenal midfield. Martin Keown is back from suspension. Only Freddie Ljungberg is unavailable and he'll be fit soon. Louis Saha isn't quite fit enough to start for Fulham, so Facundo Sava is recalled to the attack. And with Rufus Brevet now West Ham player, John Harley gets a chance to establish himself at left back. Historically, this must be the most one-sided fixture in English football. Fulham have been coming to Highbury for nearly 90 years on and off, and not only have they never won here, they have collected a grand total of 1 league point in that time. Thierry Henry looking to cause instant pandemonium and forcing a corner inside 25 seconds. I suppose that's 1 more point than most would predict Fulham getting today, but only a crazy own goal separated these two when they met at Loftus Road in November. Pires takes the corner. Campbell is still forward. Taylor claims. Chance for Fulham to counter here with Marley on the ball. Luis Bournemorte, a former Arsenal player, quickly in towards Facundo Sava. And it was only just beyond him. Now the Fulham players in for extra training on Thursday morning after their defeat at Manchester City on Wednesday night. The Fulham dressing room had never seen Jean Tigana so angry. Now Henry. Plenty of support. Pires overlapping. Pulled back towards Bergkamp, came off Taylor. And Bournemorte was there to deny Gilberto. Smooth and speedy Arsenal break. Luis Bournemorte, who never quite established himself in his 2 years at Arsenal. In the right place at the right time. Sylvain Lewinski's afternoon has lasted less than 10 minutes. He's pulled a muscle in the opening stages. And his replacement is the defender, Andy Melville. Champions League football resumes in a little over 2 weeks' time. Rudy Krol, Ajax legend and now Ajax assistant coach, is engaged in a little friendly espionage today. Vieira. Bergkamp. Now Henry. Wrong-footed Finnan. Fed Pires! Normal service resumed. Arsenal in front after 16 minutes. Henry the provider. Pires the goal scorer. The triumvirate combined, Bergkamp to Henry, who tied Finnan in a couple of knots. Pires had far too much space beyond the far post. Maybe wouldn't count heading the ball amongst his very best qualities, but he took that opportunity cleanly enough, and Arsenal have the lead. Pires, who got the first at Anfield, has got the first today. Gilberto. Davies immediately upon him and dispossesses him, and this is Facundo Sava, and now Steve Marley, and now Luis Bournemorte, deflected behind by Martin Keown. Arsenal felt they should have had a free kick at the start of all that. Bournemorte's rueful smile. Not the first time Gilberto has been caught in possession. Keown's hungry defending. Bronx corner, headed by Vieira, claimed by Pires. Bit of a tangle between Keown and Sava in the penalty area. And Keown is not for kissing and making up here. He claims he was caught in the face. He's had a couple of weeks off, which most 36-year-olds would be grateful of, but it does for Martin Keown is sharpen his appetite. It's the coming together between Sabah and Keown, and there were some afters. Maybe just as well that most of that happened behind Eddie Wolstenholme's back. Pires. Confidence on the ball with his best pass. Good ball from Davis. Out of the midfield morass, the space that Finnan had. Marley got a touch, and here's a shot from Mark Bronk, and what a shot! And Fulham are back on terms. Surprise, surprise, Steed Bronk. Well, he's been scoring for fun in the last week. A hat-trick last weekend against Charlton in the FA Cup. A goal on Main Road in the defeat on Wednesday. And now a goal at Highbury for Bronk. And beautifully struck as it dropped to him just inside the Arsenal box. Marley did enough in the air to keep the move alive, and Bronk caught it beautifully. And the player that Arsenal tried to buy when he was a teenager has scored against them for the second season running. Pires. Defending the edge of their penalty area manfully and looking to spring Steve Marley. Seaman keeping his head. Pires. Henry. That's lovely footwork from Thierry Henry. Then the change of gear. Good save by Taylor. Change of gears. I think he went from second to fifth in the blink of an eye. Plenty of va-va-voom about that. And it needed some very alert goalkeeping from Mike Taylor to deny Thierry Henry. Keown. Goma first to the ball. It's 39 years since Fulham won their one and only league point at Highbury. They're on terms of the break, thanks to a hard hit from Steed Bronk and plenty of hard work. 1-1. Last season, Arsenal didn't lose a single domestic game from Christmas time on. Their current run is 10 games. Vieira. Unusually inaccurate from Pires. Milner's up and under. Well, one by Davis. Morte held up. Free kick had been given even though Arsenal retained possession. Vieira to Henry. Quite sure that's what he intended, but he's found Cole. Collected by Goma out of harm's way. Harley. It was a mistake. Gilberto has headed it into the path of Wiltor and fed it for Henry! Just couldn't quite get anything on it. Well, goodness knows how he failed to score at Anfield on Wednesday. He had some sights of goal there, and he had another great chance from Wiltor's cross, but he just couldn't quite catch up. Even Thierry Henry couldn't quite catch up with the cross. Marley tipped in towards Facundo Sava. Yeah, we got up in front of him. Cole's skewed clearance. Terrific stuff from Vieira. Now Henry, just behind Pires. Morte is there. Marbron. Davis. Now Finnan. Marley. That's a good turn. In towards Sava! The instant cross from Steve Marley almost unhinged Arsenal. It just wasn't quite enough time for Facundo Sava to catch up with it. Seaman seemed to know what he was doing. Ali's header. Davis on the ball, it's fallen for Henry, and now Pires. Deflected cross, oh, Bergkamp! Well, it was a bizarre own goal by Steve Marley, with which Arsenal beat Fulham at Loftus Road in November, and that looked like it might be heading in for a moment. But Fulham survived it. Bergkamp's header, as much as he could conjure up, into the hands of the grateful Taylor. Bergkamp will take the free kick. Campbell and Keown forward. Taylor flapped with that a little bit under pressure, a lot of pressure. Pires. Rolled into Campbell, looking to give it back to Pires. Now is the challenge late? No. Jeto it was who dived in on Pires. Tight call for Eddie Wolstenholme. I'm not sure that Jeto got anything of the ball. Lauren. Gilberto. Jeffers looking to get down the side of Goma. Vieira. Fed into Jeffers. Got his volley away, and it was fisted away by Mike Taylor. Instant pot shot by Jeffers, struck very cleanly. Almost an instant impact from the substitute. He scored a couple of goals on this ground last weekend, but they were against Farnborough Town. Keeping different company today. Henry with a header. Then Marley. Saha. I'm sure that poor Morty desperately wanted the ball at that moment. Marbron. Up to Davis. Just seems to have been more than one Sean Davis on the field today, such as has been in his industry. Jeto spotting the run of poor Morta. Barging into Lauren. With a real appetite today, Lewis Bourg-Morte. Pires. Towards Henry. Melville did just about enough to start with, but it's come for Pires. And now Jeffers back to Gilberto! They're getting closer. Marbron trying to dribble his way out of trouble. Inadvisable. Ashley Cole. Corner kick. Fulham hanging on for dear life. Gilberto denied his first Highbury goal by the upright. Well held by Taylor. Came anticipating something a little more comfortable than this. Vieira. A bit of space for Van Bronckhorst. On towards Jeffers! Pires! just in the nick of time. 90 minutes have passed and Arsenal are in front. And the expressions of frustration are replaced by beaming smiles. Robert Pires with his second goal of the game. Francis Jeff has played a part, as indeed did one of the other substitutes, Gio van Bronckhorst. Jeff is presumably trying to stab the ball goalwards, but Pires managed to catch up with it and steer it home. And Fulham's brave resistance didn't quite hold out. That's what champions are made of. That's the Premiership for you. The most innocent-looking fixture can still carry much danger, but much persistence paid off for the champions. They didn't play like champions for much of the afternoon, but championships are won by results, and Arsenal got their result thanks to Robert Pires. 2-1. Pires! Here's a shot from Mark Braun. What a shot!
Jean, aside from the result, did your team do everything you asked of them today?
Yes, and we played very well today. It was difficult because Arsenal is the best team in this country, but I think today we deserve to get 1 point.
The problem was we played against a good team, and we have given a lot physically on Wednesday night, of course, and all credit to Fulham. I think Fulham is a good team, and they gave everything today, and we needed to be patient. And we have shown again great mental strength, and that will strengthen our belief that we can do very well up front.
With everything that's being said about Craven Cottage and all the things happening off the field as well, how do you feel about things at Fulham at the moment?
I feel only I would like to save the club, to stay at a high level. That is my target. After the rest is not my problem, because for me it's not possible to change the club. I would like to save Fulham. That is my target. After the rest is not very important for me.
You needed a spark provided by Robert Pires.
Yes, he was great. Got 2 goals, and he's coming back to his best after such a long injury, and of course that helped us today.
In actual fact, there wasn't that much between those 2 teams today, was there?
No, there wasn't. I mean, Arsenal didn't play particularly well, as we've come to see them in recent weeks. But and Fulham, who have only had 1 win in their last 8 and 5 points in the last 24, played I'm not sure they were above themselves, but they certainly played a lot better than they have been playing. But on the piece, we spoke about 100 times. I mean, it's important for teams that win championships to win games where they don't play well, and Arsenal did that.
And of course, Pires was the man who caught the eye today.
Des, he was superb, you know. I mean, obviously last year's Player of the Year, the cruciate knee injury, and he's in the running for Player of the Month. I think he's just about back to his best. In fact, I think he is back to his best. Superb he was today. The great thing about him, he's fantastic at taking balls into his feet, Des, when there's players around him. Here, again, he takes it in his feet. Defenders don't want it. Free kicks about the box in very, very dangerous areas. He's a clever player. Looking at his pace, looking at his fitness. Look at him here. Makes the run the outside of Henry, and he's going like a train there. Continues the run into the box. Dangerous ball. It's a good save by Taylor, but Bergkamp, as Gilberto would have tapped that in. Again, look at his work rate. I mean, he's back in the left-back position. You think that'd be Ashley Cole. He's a great player, but doesn't get it without any hard work. Again, run about the box. Steve Finnan doesn't want this. He just sees him running at him. Goes by him, going to get a good ball in, brought down a dangerous area again for a free kick. But here, he runs from deep in the midfield. Going to watch it here. This is where he's very difficult to pick up. I mean, he's 40 yards from the goal. Boa Morte must pick him up there, Des. He actually looks at him, and for the sake of running 5 yards, doesn't do it. Continue. You see Pires looking at him there. Has another wee look. Can't believe that he's not going back into the left-back position. Good skill on the left from Henry. Ball comes across. Boa Morte, it's too late. Pires, you're 1-0 down. For the sake of running another 5 yards. And the same thing happens at the second goal. That's Boa Morte marking Pires there from more or less the same position, 40 yards from goal. No danger there at all. But look, he just drops him. Ball comes across. I fancy Jeffers having a wee shot there, but fair play to Pires. brilliant continuous run for what turned out to be an easy goal, a very important goal for Arsenal, and the winner.
Well, we saw just from those clips the amount of ground he covers, the pace he's got, and the fitness. Remarkable, isn't it?
Oh, it's remarkable, and it's fantastic to see. I mean, because no doubt about it, last year he was superb, the cruciate injury, and it looks, as I would say, he's just about back to his best.
Now, what about Fulham? Last season they seem to be making strides. They've gone backwards, haven't they?
They're certainly not as good as they were last year, and as I said, touched on it earlier, the recent record isn't good, but I think, as Andy pointed out, I think they have enough points in the bag to stay up already. I think there's about 7 points clear, but you've always got a chance when you get players that can score goals like this. This is a fabulous volley from Malbronk, it really is. Head over the ball, keeps it down, and that's a great goal. It's a good angle for it. Both Seaman's no chance there, it's by him. I just feel, looking at them, they have 1 or 2 players that can score goals. The record hasn't been good in recent weeks, but I think today, I mean, I had a little bit of go at Boa Morte for not picking Perez up. I thought he played pretty well today, going the other way, attacking. But it's going to be, they're not out it yet. They're definitely not out it yet. But in today's performance, I think they've got enough in the tank.
Just got enough points, Andy.
Yeah, 3 wins, 2 draws. I can see him getting that. That'll be enough for him, Des.
Okay, thanks. Of Newcastle's inactivity to reclaim second place, but remain 6 points behind leaders Arsenal. Everton, who have won their last 3 games, are now level on points with 4th-placed Chelsea. West Brom move off the bottom after ruining Robbie Fowler's Manchester City debut, while Bolton's crucial win at home to Birmingham has given them a 4-point cushion above the relegation zone. West Ham, of course, play Liverpool tomorrow.